Just got an interesting holo message. Childhood friend of mine. Think you'll want to see it.
He's gone. Everyone knows that. But his voice, still in my head. Can't sleep. Nothing makes sense. The Emperor is dead. Why is he still talking? You silenced him, Kira. Show me how. Please.
Name's Shuri. Trained with her on Korra band before I left. She's a child of the Emperor.
Is there a chance the Emperor survived? Is he trying to contact his slaves?
Don't look at me. I'm just the messenger. Shuri's gone rogue from the Empire. Holed up at one of our favorite vacation spots. Voss. And whether or not we can help her, we sure don't need another crazy Sith wandering Voss.
We'll set course for Voss immediately.
I have Shuri's coordinates. We'll confront her together and figure this out.
Stay back! Stop talking! You're not real. None of you.
Calm down. We're plenty real.
You! No. There's no hope. He won't be silent. He puts words in me.
Come with us. We can teach you how to defy his will.
The Emperor's gone, Shuri. He can't control you.
He wants me to flee? No. Attack. Set fire to Ord Mantell. Wait, that's wrong. Freeze the oceans of Manaan. Changing commands. Which are lies. What is truth? Can't live like this. Help me. Kill me.
Death isn't the answer. We'll find another way.
No other path. Death brings silence.
Enough. Leave us, Jedi. She is our sister. We will make her whole again.
Tell me who you are and I'll consider it.
Don't. I remember Tanak. He's vermin.
We are children of the Emperor, like her. We understand what it means to be severed from him. With our assistance, she will regain control. Without it, she'll die. There's nothing you can do.
Nice story. Got a better one. We take her to Tython and she gets real help.
We can free Suri from the Emperor's will.
Loyalty to the Emperor is forever. And she does not want to be free. Tell the Jedi how you summoned me. You begged for my help.
Yes. He'll rearrange the words. They won't hurt anymore. I'll be silent.
What's the plan? Let her go with them, or fight it out?
Blast, I hate this. My gut says let her go.
A wise choice. Come along, Shuri.
Things would have gone bad if we'd pushed them. This way, we get another chance to bring Shuri around.
I didn't like this any more than you. At least now we know the children of the Emperor are still a problem.
Voss gives me the creeps. Let's get off this rock. Been thinking about that bad party we went to on Voss. Raises a lot of questions. If Tanak was being honest, the children of the Emperor are still hearing his voice. That bother you?
The Sith shouldn't be receiving messages from a dead man.
Plenty of Force users keep jabbering long after they're dead. Emperor might be one of them.
You knew him better than I did. What's your gut tell you?
Hey, you say he's dead. Doesn't matter what I think. One bright spot to this, I'm not hearing strange voices. The Emperor and me, definitely over.
Is something wrong here?
Hero of Tython, I do apologize for the interruption. I've heard much about your struggles from Master Satil. I am Shol Bestros, Chief Historian of the Jedi Council. I have a troubling situation on Belsavis, and your wisdom could prove helpful.
I thought the fighting on Belsavis had died down. What does the Council's historian want there?
I came to Belsavis to study the alien prison, and I found references to a section called the Eternity Vault. The vault contained the greatest enemies of the ancient Rakata, and was said to be permanently sealed under thousands of tons of rock.
I know what kind of beings the Rakata imprisoned. What makes this vault different?
The Rakata kept most of their prisoners alive on purpose. The Eternity Vault was for the ones they couldn't kill. During a recent Imperial bombing run, a new set of caves was uncovered. I fear the Eternity Vault has been opened.
Mem amak kupkap, kramanik, kiga mayamak.
A sickness in the Force. We uncovered Rakata carvings that may shed light on our foe. They speak of a Rakata warlord imprisoned here. The Infernal One, who enslaved 1,000 worlds, who drowned the sea of stars in blood, so far as I can translate.
These carvings, what else do they say?
The legend mentions an army of ancient species united to defeat him. He was buried with his servants and his treasures. Gather your team, as many allies as you can find, and stop the Infernal One. I fear for our galaxy if he escapes.
We'll deal with the Eternity Vault. Make sure the Empire doesn't follow.
It will be done. May the Force be with you.
Yan perlu amka, kalami nayakira, nebua ripok.
Nav systems fully functional. Entering Belsavis atmosphere. Warning. Incoming fire from Eternity Vault defenses. Rakata energy signature.
Kanam jiwa nemok, pemgam yama naya angam. Imgam nebuya, nemaraki.
Master Bestros, I found the Infernal One.
It called to us with its dying words. We heard everything. You met an incomprehensible power. You may have saved the whole galaxy.
The creature had an army of true Sith. What do you make of it?
They say the Rakata ruled many worlds once. This one found the darkness on Korriban, or brought the darkness there. Your victory today won't bring you glory, nor will it change the march of the Empire, but nobler deeds are rarely seen. Yet the Eternity Vault remains. Let us hope we've seen the worst of its prisoners.
Master Jedi, name's Whisper. My boss needs to speak with you. The fate of the Republic is at stake. Give me a second to set up a secure connection. Okay, boss. You're good to go.
This is Chief Ranos of Republic SIS. I've been looking over your files. Obviously, I'm impressed. You went toe-to-toe with the Emperor and came out on top. That's the kind of person I need for this job.
My order is sworn to defend the Republic. I take that vow seriously.
This time, the threat is a little different. We don't think the Empire is involved.
You heard of the Tython hegemony? It's an independent sector located along key hyperspace shipping lanes. Wealthy, powerful, and stubborn.
We've been trying to form an alliance with them for years. So have the Imps. Neither side has made much progress. Our recent battles with the Empire have drained resources from both sides. The Tython hegemony is more valuable than ever.
If you're looking for someone to negotiate a treaty, you better look somewhere else.
Negotiation was the original plan, but things have gone off the rails, big time. We intercepted a series of classified transmissions. The Tython hegemony's in trouble. Their worlds are being overrun by Rakghouls. Unchecked, the Rakghoul outbreak will be catastrophic. Billions will be infected. We're looking at the planet-wide annihilation of all civilized life.
The Rakghoul plague has been successfully contained to a single world for centuries.
Figuring out how it spread to other worlds is of vital importance. The outbreak needs to be contained.
This is a delicate situation. We still don't have all the details, and the Tython royal family isn't talking. We need to meet face-to-face to figure out our next step. Whisper will give you the location of my ship. Ranos out.
Here's the boss's coordinates. He'll be waiting for you. And if this is as bad as it seems, you better hurry.
Good, you're here. We've gathered more intel on the Rakghoul outbreak. Things are getting worse. The Tython noble family has quarantined all worlds in the sector. No ships can land or leave without permission. It's an extreme measure that's not too popular, especially with the people on the infected worlds. They think they've been abandoned.
The quarantine seems like the only way to stop the virus from spreading.
Maybe, though I think it's too little too late. 4 worlds have already been wiped out. A 5th, Kaon, is down to a handful of survivors battling for their lives. The Republic offered aid. It took a while, but the ruling families finally granted us permission to land on Kaon to help quell the outbreak.
I thought they'd jump at the offer of help.
The Tython nobility were afraid to appear helpless. They're having enough trouble maintaining order as it is. Several of the survivors are related to the Tython ruling family. That's probably the only reason they let us get involved. If we contain this outbreak, it will go a long way to establishing an alliance between the Republic and the Tyon hegemony.
What else can you tell me?
I wish we knew more, but we don't even know how this started. Clearly someone wants to destabilize the sector. Probably a bid by a rival family to seize power. We need to find out, before the plague spreads to the Republic core worlds.
You planning on sending anyone else on this mission?
We need to limit Republic exposure to the virus. But you've dealt with the Rat-Ghouls before. There's a shuttle to take you down to the surface. Major Bizal, head of Kaon Security, will contact you when you land. Help the survivors if you can, but your first priority is to find out how the virus is being spread.
The shuttle's down. Pilot must have panicked during the escape. My squad's heading to the crash site to look for survivors. Meet us there.
Spread out. Check for survivors.
Major, we got a live one. Hey, you all right?
Major, look out!
You must be the Republic reinforcements. Too little, too late, if you ask me.
We can stop this outbreak if we work together.
Work together? There's a novel concept. The nobles around here only care about themselves. They decide the quarantine doesn't apply to them, so they raid the spaceport and steal a shuttle. Now, my whole team is dead. Never should have come to investigate the crash site. Should have known any survivors would already be infected.
If you were wounded in the battle, the virus could be in your system.
Thanks for the reminder. Like things aren't bad enough. This plague's spiraling out of control. The virus isn't just infecting sentients anymore. It's spreading through the local wildlife. My patrols have no idea how to handle it.
Your patrols don't stand a chance against the Rat-Ghouls. I do.
You want to take them on? Be my guest. But I'm not leaving my troops out here to die. All patrols fall back to the spaceport. Stay on this frequency and keep in touch. The spaceport's where the outbreak began. Maybe we can learn... my chest is on fire.
You're infected, Major. Any second now you'll transform and try to rip my throat out.
Don't let it end like this. Please, help me.
Better to end your misery now.
Just make it quick.
About time the cavalry showed up. Been hiding out here in the spaceport for days. Name's Melara. You're probably gonna check the records and see it was my ship that brought the Rat-Ghouls here, but it wasn't my fault. I had no idea those things were in my cargo hold. I'm as much a victim as anyone.
Don't you feel bad about all the suffering you caused? Did you even try to help?
Helping others is your thing, Jedi, not mine. Besides, this wasn't my fault. Blame the man who hired me. You heard of Dr. Lorik? He's a member of the 37 families from Deservo. Bitter rivals of the Tyon ruling family. Lorik instructed me to fly to Kaon. Rat-Ghouls burst out of my cargo hold the second I touched down. Blood and bodies everywhere.
Kaon isn't the only planet to be overrun by this plague. Did you land anywhere else first?
I wasn't the only pilot he hired. He sent a bunch of us out. Probably figured none of us would make it back. The last thing Lorik wanted was for me to survive, because I can tell you where to find him.
How much is this info gonna cost me?
Not a thing. Look, I'm in trouble here. I figure, if I come clean, maybe I can earn some goodwill. The shuttle departed from a remote island on Ord Mantell. Lorik has a secret base there. But that's all I know. Look, I came clean, told you what I know in good faith. So, you gonna get me out of here now, or what?
You were nothing but a pawn in Lorik's scheme. And you did provide valuable information.
Glad we're on the same page. Tell you what, just drop me off at the nearest uninfected planet, and I'll figure it out from there.
We have to verify you're not carrying the plague first. A shuttle will pick you up when I'm done here and take you for testing.
Great. Poked and prodded by medical droids. Beats the alternative, I guess. Hey, just do me a favor. Don't wait too long to come and get me. I've spent more than enough time on this rock.
Nice job down there on Kaon. I sent a full report on what you learned to the Tyon royal family. Now that we know how the plague is spread, they've been able to contain further outbreaks. Since Ord Mantell is in Republic space, they agreed to leave Dr. Lorik to us. I've had my agents put together a file on him.
What's happening with Melara?
We let her go. She wasn't infected with the Ragul virus, and any crimes she committed are outside Republic jurisdiction. Melara's not your concern anymore. You need to focus on Dr. Lorik. He fled the Tyon hegemony decades ago after being declared a traitor. Been hiding out on Ord Mantell ever since.
Order the authorities on Ord Mantell to take him into custody.
No. We think it's better if this gets handled outside official channels. We don't want to cause a panic. His ambitions go way beyond claiming the Tyon hegemony. Kaon and the other infected worlds were just a test. Lorik created a new strain of the Ragul virus, one that infects any living organism.
We had no idea he was working on this. The attack on Kaon tipped us off to his plans.
He didn't think we'd find out. He wasn't counting on you, and he never imagined that pilot would survive the initial attack. We were able to suppress reports of what happened on Kaon. Lorik doesn't know we're onto him. If we strike at his base now, we'll catch him off guard, put an end to his experiments before he unleashes another outbreak on the galaxy.
I trust you have a strategy.
Simplicity will serve us best in this case. Hit fast, hit hard. The shuttle will take you to Lorik's island base on Ord Mantell. Do whatever it takes to stop him and his experiments. Officially, the only occupants are him and a few lab assistants. Unofficially, expect a host of mutated guardians around every corner.
Ubude wahalu ful kuleg ukunet ugustama akukuzaudu. Just prumumu uma ormulu mentu grasutuk guara.
You really must be the Republic's finest. I didn't think anyone had the strength to stand up to my children.
I'm a little tougher than the innocent civilians your Rakghouls terrorized on Kaon.
You despise me, don't you? You think what I'm doing is monstrous. My assistants felt the same way. Their loyalty is no longer in question, however. Not since they were exposed to the virus.
You really think they'll stay loyal after you turn them into monsters?
I'm not a fool. Absolute loyalty to the Creator is one of the byproducts of the transformation. I found a way to evolve the virus. Each new strain makes the host more powerful than the last. I can make you understand if you let me. Join my army. Be transformed into something greater than you are.
I would, but I think it probably violates the Jedi Code.
You have no idea what you're giving up. I finally developed the perfect strain of the Ragul virus. All the benefits, none of the drawbacks. The subject is transformed physically, but the mental faculties remain untouched. I injected myself just before you entered. It should be taking effect, right? About now. Witness the future of the galaxy! Behold the pinnacle of evolution before you die!
Just read the reports from Ord Mantell. We knew Lorik was dangerous. Didn't realize he was a complete whack job. It's too bad he took his assistants down with him. Seems like they were actually working on a cure.
They were working with a deadly virus in a secret lab with no regard for galactic law. No surprise it ended like this.
True enough, I suppose. Still don't think they deserved what happened to them. The ruling family and the Tyon hegemony wanted to express their thanks as well. They appreciate the Republic's help. Securing an alliance with them was an important strategic victory. Now the Empire can't use their support to rebuild.
Our enemy is weaker than they've ever been. Now's our chance to finish them off.
I wouldn't underestimate them. We've got the upper hand, but they always seem to find a way to claw their way back. If we're lucky, we'll get a few generations of peace before we have to deal with them again. You probably get tired of hearing this, but I'll say it again anyway. The Republic owes you. Thanks.
Hello, I am RL4, Special Envoy of the Chancellor's Office. Please remain still for a brief identity scan. Excellent. Your skill and discretion during the Dromund Kos operation has qualified you for a special assignment. Please hold while I connect you to Supreme Chancellor Suresh.
Couldn't she have just called directly?
The Chancellor is a public figure. Contacting someone like you directly would be noticed. This situation requires maximum discretion.
Greetings. I'm glad I could catch you. We've got a dangerous situation developing with the Hutt Cartel, and I want our best people involved. The Hutts have carried out a series of brutal invasions into neutral territories along our borders. Attacking Republic forces could be their next move.
If the Hutts are becoming a threat, why are you hiding it?
We don't know if they're a threat or not. We need to get the facts before we let this information out. It's possible these invasions are just a few Hutts getting greedy, not an organized cartel war plan. We need to find out. Another cartel fleet is heading into the neutral territories as we speak. I'm dispatching a warship to intercept and investigate their actions. You're going to oversee the mission.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Chancellor.
You'll be working with Captain Harden. He and his crew have already been briefed. They launch as soon as you board. With your help, the Republic can end this threat before it begins, and keep our strength focused on our true enemies. Good luck.
Travel safely, gentle beings.
Captain Harden?
Come, let's get on with this. A few Hutt ships move into the Viren system, neutral territory, and we're supposed to drop everything and investigate. Can't say I understand the Chancellor's concern. Hutts are crooks and schemers, not warriors. Not like the imps. This crew signed up to smash every Sith lover from here to the Outer Rim, and instead, we're chasing a pack of glorified bandits.
You've got a special mission from the Supreme Chancellor of the Republic. That doesn't happen every day.
I'm more interested in what I'm doing than who's telling me to do it. Derev, get us moving. Objective, Alpha. Viren system.
Aye, sir.
Sola, do we have the Chancellor patched in?
Yes, sir. As soon as we drop out of hyperspace, the Chancellor will have a direct link to observe the operation.
My orders were very clear. Once we find the cartel's goons, I just run the ship. You're the ones calling the shots. You ready?
Let's proceed, Captain. And may the Force be with us.
Arriving at Objective Alpha, sir.
Rev, report.
Multiple Hutt frigates, all with shields and weapons charged. Local defenders are already in retreat. The Hutts are just picking off stragglers. This battle is over, sir.
Pull us back. We don't want to be seen as hostile.
Pull us around, Terev. Half thrust away. All shields and weapon batteries align aft.
Sir, transmission coming in. The Hutts have spotted us.
You made a mistake coming here. Continue your course and leave immediately. This is Hutt Cartel territory.
Just how long has this been Hutt Cartel territory?
That isn't important. We are here to carry out the will of Karaga the Unyielding, Supreme Mogul of the Hutt Cartel. Karaga commanded us to seize this territory, so we have. Now leave.
Your mission is complete. You can leave this place.
My mission is complete. Let's leave this place.
Zola, contact the Chancellor.
I saw everything. It's exactly what I feared. Coordinated, cartel-approved military actions. Karaga the Hutt had better have a good explanation. Set course for Hutta, Captain. Your guests are going to have a word with the head of the Hutt Cartel. I want to know exactly what he's planning.
Karaga may not be interested in talking, especially if he actually is planning something.
Refusing to talk to you would be an answer on its own. I won't pull forces from the front lines without more information. Speak to Karaga. Be respectful, but firm. The Republic doesn't need another enemy. But we won't ignore what's happening here.
I'll have my best pilot shuttle you down to Karaga's palace as soon as we're in range of Hutta.
Good luck, and may the Force be with you.
Kupwa funga na jibo.
You have entered the colossal presence of the almighty Karaga the Unyielding, Grand Mogul of the Hutt Cartel.
Jope chuta. Kasu ya liko ya rado. Kapa kuyotapa.
Karaga desires that you savor his hospitality. Guests, it is my singular pleasure to present, once again, my master, Grand Mogul of the Hutt Cartel, Supreme Power of Hutta, unchallenged, all-powerful, Karaga the Unyielding!
Hagwa chichopa. Chimpa nolia makashisa.
Yes, Chancellor. They've just come in.
Karaga refused to talk. He tried to kill us as soon as we arrived.
You can't be serious.
Slimy, murdering filth. We'll blast that palace of his to rubble.
I doubt that will be necessary. You didn't let Karaga escape, did you?
We had no choice. He wouldn't back down. We did find one clue. Karaga's personal data key.
Zola, take a look. See if you can use this to access Karaga's systems.
Aye, sir.
These maps show outside incursions into Hutt space from some unknown force. 15 in all. They lost a lot of ground.
Then the cartel attacks weren't simple expansions. They were replacing territory they'd lost to some other enemy.
These attackers may have started with the Hutts, but they could be a threat to anyone. Even us.
I suspect you're right, Master Jedi. We need more information. Much more.
It's strange. There's no real information on the attackers anywhere in the data. Just a name. The Dreadmasters.
Who in blazes are the Dreadmasters?
That's all I can find, sir. Whoever they are, they're dangerous. None of the Hutt fleets sent to fight them reported back.
I'll have the SIS investigate immediately. We must learn everything we can about these Dreadmasters. Once we do, you'll be the first people I contact.
We killed the head of the Hutt Cartel. Won't there be fallout?
I expect for now they'll be too busy deciding who should succeed Karaga to give us any problems. I can't thank you enough. The Republic owes you a tremendous debt. Stay safe, and be ready for my next call.
Been a pleasure. All of you.
Breaking news from the core. Despite a stunning victory over the Empire, Republic forces continue to face violence and unrest on Corellia. Of particular concern to Republic authorities is the Black Hole region, where most of the planet's hypermatter processing facilities and warehouses are located. Though most of the black hole is occupied by criminals and mercenaries, Imperial forces remaining on the planet are also attempting to claim its resources. Sources say the black hole is critical to the Republic war effort. Without sufficient quantities of hypermatter fuel, the fleet could be grounded within weeks.
They always said losing Corellia would lose us the war. Didn't really believe it until now.
I fought my way across Axial Park and into the legislature. I was there when we declared Corellia was free.
So I've heard. The Supreme Chancellor thought you might be sympathetic to our little problem.
Officials believe the unrest in the black hole is being encouraged by Harmon Torvix, a former member of the Corellian Council and a known Imperial sympathizer. Though the Empire has denounced Torvix, he maintains control of the area with the help of the Coronas, a powerful crime syndicate based in Coronet City.
Powerful? The Coronas are vicious. Their leader, Kovic, is known as the Shadow of Corellia. Likes to make Corsec officers disappear from broad daylight. He knows Corellia as well as any Corsec officer and twice as well as our men. If the Republic wants to take the black hole, they'll need to take him down first.
You must watch an awful lot of these news reports.
I like to stay up to date. You never know what's gonna come in handy later.
The Supreme Chancellor is aware of the crisis on Corellia. After a consultation with her advisors, she sent the following message to Republic forces in the field.
The fight ahead will be difficult, but you've already won Corellia. As long as we stand with our allies, no one can take it from us again.
Too bad pretty words don't fuel starships. The Republic can't lose the black hole to Counselor Torvix or the Empire. Agent Carhart, SIS. The Supreme Chancellor asked me to make sure you were aware of the situation. She's hoping you'll volunteer to help.
I'm not taking on the whole Empire and Torvix's goons by myself, am I?
Hopefully it won't come to that, but you'll have to get to Corellia fast. The black hole's located in Labor Valley. Once you get in, talk to Corsec officer Sal Dacron. He'll put you to work wherever you're needed most. I'll let the Supreme Chancellor know where you're headed. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Good luck down there.
Shouldn't be this hard to find a terrible disease I can cure. All the good ones are taken. All that's left are embarrassing things like Both and nether rot or diseases that'll take decades to treat. I don't have that kind of time.
Do I want to know what Both and nether rot is?
If you ever develop purple-green discoloration in the trouser area, tell me, so I can leave the ship immediately. This won't keep me down. I'll cure an important disease even if I have to create it myself. Say, that's not a bad idea.
I know better than to criticize your terrible ideas. You'll figure it out on your own.
I could mix a little pig lizard flu with a strain of Gamorrean mumps. Ooh, yeah. This is going somewhere. I'm glad you stopped by, but old Doc has thinking to do. You should go meditate, clean your lightsaber and whatever.
Permission to speak freely, Master Jedi.
You've never needed permission to speak your mind before, Rusk.
What I'm about to say, Master Jedi, you might construe as critical. I had some concerns when I was first assigned to your squad. The Jedi are known for their discipline and selflessness, and for their pacifist philosophies. I'm pleased to say my concerns were unfounded.
I do what I must to fulfill my duties as a Jedi.
I only wish everyone shared your outlook on things. I came from a pacifist colony, Master Jedi. We were bullied, remorselessly, by pirates, corporations, Hutts, even governments. I joined the military as soon as I could. Peace only comes to those willing to fight for it.
That must make things a little strained.
10 years ago, the colony was attacked by the Sith. My family was killed. They never fought back. The Sith crushed them, the way you might step on a bug.
By the time we're through, Rusk, the Empire will regret leaving the unknown regions.
Thank you, Master Jedi. At any rate, we should move on. Thank you for hearing me out.
We're not soldiers, Dacron. Corsec can't handle heavy artillery or stealth attacks. We need more backup from the Republic.
Every man I have is either out in the field or in the infirmary. Who knows what'll sink us first?
Torvix, the Empire, or the radiation poisoning.
I'll tell you what'll sink us. All the excuses. Look at us. Losing to some ex-politician and his band of Corona scum. What now? Have we lost another sector? Run out of supplies? Looking for your pet Gizka?
I'm looking for Sal Dacron. Agent Carhart sent me to help.
Well, let's hope you're tough. We've lost too many Green Jedi already. Welcome to the Black Hole. We're low on power cells, rations, and just about everything else. I needed reinforcements yesterday, but better late than never.
I'm not leaving until the Black Hole belongs to the Republic.
Not leaving alive, anyway. But I'm glad to hear it. Take a look around, see who's calling for volunteers. Blast anyone who's not Corsec or Republic, and avoid the radiation. Good luck.
Ow! Don't touch that! Do you even know the difference between a servomotor and a vocabulator? Forgive my outburst. It appears I am suffering a mobility impairment. This technician has been sent to repair me. But my personal health is no burden for a renowned Jedi hero. Stand by for a coded priority message from Supreme Chancellor Suresh.
Shouldn't a top-secret message have a bit more privacy?
I can assure you this so-called gentle being does not comprehend a single word of basic.
As one of the Republic's most reliable operatives, your presence is required at our main fleet. We have been betrayed by our own forces on Denova. Resources critical to our war effort have been seized by mercenaries collaborating with Imperials. The situation demands a retaliatory response. Captain Extine of the battlecruiser Vanguard's Blade will brief you on Denova and the traitors occupying it.
What makes this planet important enough the Supreme Chancellor wants me to go in?
The planet's crust contains vast deposits of a substance used in the manufacture of high explosives. A vital strategic resource.
Captain Extine, Jedi Knight and Commanding Officer of the Vanguard's Blade. Welcome. This is a genuine honor. I flew bombing runs on Darth Angrel's battlecruiser when he attacked Tython. That's a fight I'll never forget.
I didn't realize Jedi were serving in the Republic military these days. How does that work?
I'm part of a new program initiated by Chancellor Suresh to integrate the Jedi Order and Republic military. Stand by. We're making the jump to hyperspace. I'll continue your briefing on arrival.
Launch Delta Wing. Initiate aerial reconnaissance.
This is Denova. Republic scouts discovered it last year. An unremarkable planet, except for its vast deposits of beradium, a key component in high-yield explosives. 3 months ago, the Empire discovered Denova's location, learned of the beradium deposits, and invaded.
I don't see any Imperial warships in orbit. If the enemy is still on Denova, they must have landed some heavy forces.
The Empire lacks enough ships to control the airspace, so they landed an entire armored battalion. We couldn't spare our own forces to secure Denova, so we contracted a Trandoshan mercenary army, the War Stalkers. Tough warriors, never lost a fight. The War Stalkers' leader, Kefis, has honored every contract he's taken. He's no Imperial sympathizer. His betrayal caught us completely off guard.
Mercenaries work for the highest bidder. Obviously, the Empire offered Kefis more.
The War Stalkers aren't working for the Empire. They've gone rogue and taken our enemies with them. Kefis convinced the Imperial forces to desert the Empire and side with him. They've combined armies and declared Denova independent territory.
Who does Kefis serve? The Empire? The Hutts?
No idea. We initially thought he was referring to the Trandoshan scorekeeper deity, but this is something else. The Supreme Chancellor's orders are clear. Take down Kefis and neutralize his army. The Republic needs Denova and its Baradium stores. A strike shuttle's waiting for you. This vessel and its fighters will provide support. May the Force be with us.
Captain, Supreme Chancellor, Kefis is dead, and his army is broken. Denova is back under Republic control.
You delivered a message to everyone who thinks they can defy us without consequence.
We monitored the battle transmissions. Kefis kept referring to his masters. Any clue who he was talking about?
I wouldn't take his ranting too seriously. For all we know, he was just hearing voices in his head.
Regardless, you've done us a great service by eliminating him.
Empty victories, celebrated by dead heroes.
The Republic mistakes nightfall for dawn.
The Six heralds rebirth of power, order, domination. Submit and despair. Resist and be swept aside. Choose.
How did you get in here? Identify yourselves.
We are fear, horror, doom. We are prisoners no more. Free of the Republic. Free of the Empire. Both will fall before the Dread Masters.
Shambalumi loes, Borjo Utvas, Tur Tortakis, Bahakfo Lankas.
I've never felt fear like that before. Not even as a Padawan. Who were those people? How is Kefis alive?
They appeared in my Senate chamber as well. Security systems didn't register their presence. But we know their names. The Dreadmasters were powerful Sith serving the Emperor. They laid waste to whole fleets during the last war. We imprisoned them on Belsavis. When the Empire stormed our maximum security wing, the Dreadmasters broke free.
Escaping their cells is one thing. How did they get off the planet? We had ships in orbit.
As you just experienced, these aren't ordinary Sith. I'm calling an emergency meeting of High Command. When the Dreadmasters resurface, we'll be ready. Until then, remain vigilant. I will contact you when we know more.
You should go. I'll coordinate our forces landing on Denova. We're going to need that Baradium.
Greetings! My client has never had the pleasure of meeting a member of the Jedi Order. Such excitement! I am RA-30 of Interstellar Commandos Incorporated. I represent an especially gifted individual in the tactical security trade. Do you seek a mercenary to provide assistance with battlefield operations?
The enemies I face aren't your typical armed forces. I doubt your employer is trained to fight Sith.
I can assure you, this person has never been the least bit intimidated by any combatant. I warn you in advance, there are some who find this mercenary's physical appearance unusual. However, great warriors come in all shapes and sizes. My client has fought on Terrace, Nar Shaddaa, and Balmorra. Most recently, she defended the Corellian Engineering Corporation's primary shipyard.
This mercenary doesn't have any shortage of employers. I'm sure corporations pay more than I can.
Simply put, corporate work can be rather dull. You, on the other hand, are involved in exciting endeavors. Ah, here she is now. Allow me to introduce Treek. She has journeyed all the way from an exotic Outer Rim system in search of adventure and purpose.
Inami, kalepinalam, ekala, radabatala, samagra disasa.
That word you used, were you referring to my lightsaber?
Kasana, mandidarete tutujije sodi antam panimbo putovam, kanana babaji chokota, junamanasaka, tareke, kanana balaka, taraki sibaspisa, rita nate primi karagesigoche.
We haven't discussed your price yet, but I get the idea you're flexible on the amount. Welcome to my team.
Avikaro vivida la kota dabare, kavavamam, avigia alagaba vivigana abakota ave. Hastas kesibe avio, bania, saye vokanemiga karia chetamati.
I am ever so pleased you found my client satisfactory. I wish you both good fortune in your future endeavors. Good day.
Irregular heart rate. Mental trauma. Recommendation, regression therapy, bed rest.
Out of the question! I'm fine! Fit as a fiddle!
Denial. Increased distress.
Master Jedi! Please ignore the droid. Routine checkup. Name's General Conlath. Used to command Republic forces on Belsavis. Then they moved me here. Said I couldn't handle it anymore. It's the Dreadmaster's fault. Sith who terrorize entire armies with fear. Their forces descended on Belsavis. But they couldn't scare me.
I saw the Dreadmaster's power over Denova. We can't let them take an entire planet.
You know them. Maybe you can stop them too. The nightmare's brewing on Belsavis at Section X. We locked the Dreadmasters there before the imps sprung them. Now the Dreadmaster's servants are loose in Section X, and I'm stuck here with this quack droid. If you don't stop their vile army, no one will.
What is Section X?
Old Belsavis security block. Republic built it out to imprison our Sith friends. The Dreadmaster's army swarming over Section X. Head to Belsavis, help our boys beat them down. Major Endrin will brief you. He's a good soldier, even if he did report me to the psych doctors. The doctors gave me a clean bill of health, Major. The healthiest mind they'd ever seen. Give our new allies the rundown. Secure Section X. That is all.
Wonderful. You're here. It's chaos out there, Master Jedi. Pure chaos. General Conlath's nervous breakdown came at the worst time. 1 second, we're battling the Empire. The next, we're staring down the Dreadmaster's lieutenants. No idea what these Dreadguards are hunting for, but they've released an army of the Dreadmaster's monstrous servants to help.
What Dreadguards?
The Dreadmaster's foul captains. I've seen one kill 10 Jedi without breaking a sweat. Lucky for us, the Imps aren't on good terms with the Dreadmaster's thralls. We're looking at a 3-army showdown in Section X. Keep your head down and check our battle notices. It's the only way we're stopping the Dreadmasters.
Just tell me where to go.
Finally. I've been calming the Republic for days. Starting to get frostbite out here. Name's Bren. I'm SIS. Been tracking intel reports of Imperial activity in Belsavis' frigid zone. Nothing's supposed to be here. Turns out there's something. The Fatality. Imperial destroyer downed years ago. The Dreadmaster's forces are holding it like she's still spaceworthy.
So the Imperials aren't the only ones after this wreck. That ship must really be something.
Don't get me wrong. The Fatality's a write-off, which makes this all the more interesting. Been piecing together old intel reports. Long time back, shortly after the Dreadmaster's capture, the Fatality paid Belsavis a surprise visit. We shot it down before it could do much damage. Looked like the vessel disintegrated on impact. No more imp ships came, so we figured it was a fluke.
Hard to believe an Imperial destroyer accidentally stumbled onto the Republic's top-secret prison.
That's how it looked then. But the Dreadmasters knew to look for the Fatality's wreckage. I'm thinking it came here to rescue them. I got close to the fighting out there. The Dreadmaster's forces are a nasty bunch, led by a mean mountain of a Hauk. The Imps are terrified of this guy. Heard the commander telling his men the Hauk's hunting them for sport. Can't argue with that assessment.
If either enemy force had caught you watching them, this conversation wouldn't be happening.
That's the spy lifestyle. Glamorous as it sounds, I decided to fall back when I saw that Hauk. Whatever's inside the Fatality, we don't want the Imps or Dreadmasters getting it. People like you could make sure they don't.
I didn't listen to all of this just to say no. Of course I'll help you.
I'm giving you coordinates to the Fatality's excavation site. Send the competition packing and hunt down the ship's cargo manifest. Then we'll know what we're dealing with. Be seeing you.
Tuntazuza Nerko, Higadaloya, Okata Uzazul. Tula Mustaki Trita Nini, Tadnu Valulia Witiba.
What's so important about this ship that you're willing to fight over it?
Kavatumpa Stupa, Makinsa, Topa Maske, Ikatugutu Lu Rajarat Roda Puliyama.
Are you saying those are HK droids?
Tuchu Uya, Hiwanchi Kospa.
Here's your cargo manifest. The Fatality was carrying HK droids.
HK droids haven't been seen in the galaxy for decades. And that ship is filled with them. Some kind of secret Imperial project. No wonder our friends are fighting over that wreck.
That doesn't explain why the Fatality came to Belsavis years ago. Was the Empire planning to use those droids here?
Not the Empire. An apprentice of the Dreadmasters. According to this, he stole the Fatality and its HKs at their command. It's all starting to make sense. The Dreadmasters use their powers to guide the Fatality and its HKs here to stage a breakout. That plan failed. But now our enemies can use the droids for something much worse.
What's the damage potential of these droids? How much could they do to us?
A single HK droid operating alone can easily eliminate military, political, and economic leaders. The Fatality holds dozens of HKs. An army. HK droids are a bigger advantage than our enemies deserve. We've got to get those things out of the Fatality and working for us.
I've heard assassin droids have a tendency to kill their own masters.
Only the ones with poor programming. Remember, they're just machines. Problem is, the Fatality's droids were all damaged in the crash. They've spent years on ice. but we need them working yesterday. Schematics and spare parts are the key ingredients. I know for a fact Zerka Corporation maintains HK designs in their laboratory databases.
If it's the only way to ensure the HKs don't wind up in enemy hands, I'll do whatever it takes.
You've got a track record for achieving the impossible, Master Jedi. I like that. I have a lead on one private Zerka complex. Raiding it won't be easy, but what is? The rest will be up to you. Get the schematics and whatever parts we'll need. I'll maintain position and watch the fatality until you get back. Be seeing you.
Grata abatiki ilprit veritini savasias avere casis. Andravimos pandimas protescada viteratai. Patarana ango, mis aka nanom alas potas era, atrudo nomanas somogo, todor gisbavo apietai.
Ubude wahalu ful kuleg ukunet ugustama akukuzadu. Kuverunu l'horizon gal ruvel azon ujedede udumuta.
Nuila kapa janganga, aganenam nemua imuk. Labora manga, mamninika, namnaya mamnekamra. Adak yam nemak, kinegap tanggalak. Nayam nemgem kaikam, kekwa nam karak nayam nemak.
Warabuj statul dun umod, tatolle ranzatueda. Lufata naturu kuryuzundu aftalunu uwak gamlu mendu.
How are you settling in, Trick?
Ano jowicho ajo pania Maria yoda. Rokana kara reyam chechim avadu kamya karechi. Sarakara amari sate vatakada kimchi parantu ti nativunki karasoko choko. Temani katotodon samya vedera ralalo sutika orto tabimi virota yojache.
How did you learn to fly a starship if there weren't any on your homeworld?
Turapayo viroda kakidi tamanahatam. Samanola dali me metisa samilea manasa. Chorastiria rajabani hawas hasta numenta mamate. Rana parabora nabalale na aitan sudia mamenti mamani avaka vicheta karka vo be papatasi. Samuichori tatasida.
The people who died on that ship probably had families who'd want to know what happened. Did you tell anyone about them?
Bilati dvara joviye kama sinsika jabani agidado gorevavara. Akayam upakaya kimata samajika vasvaro da baharo chikichichi kokasa otomnati. Avikaro vivida la kota davare kavavamam avijia alagaba vivigana abakota ave.
That's more adventure than most people see in a whole lifetime. And you're only getting started.
Akakasina ekinoba bakala chukone madada karavina jaroroche. Marimita wichue yogyo sharina munjuta marisate samata chochi satase. Wichovi kisaka paksi kayaka sambaleza ate pachi wicho pesio sakato tayar karosum. Shavanya magio.
I have everything we need to reactivate the HK droids.
Everything except the best droid engineer in the sector. Luckily, he owes me a favor. He'll meet you inside the Fatality when it's clear. And yes, that means enemy forces have retaken the ship. This time, a Sith calling himself the Lord of Agony.
The Republic couldn't spare a platoon to secure the Fatality while I was gone?
The Republic assigned a whole company to guard the crash site. It didn't make any difference. You're in for a nightmare of a fight. But it's the only way to keep those HK droids out of enemy hands. Once the Fatality is safe to enter, my engineer friend will head inside. Not much of a talker, but he gets the job done.
Колкото чуска на уико чуса, юмата чипотата. Yompi Betuana ni Bobo Chopaduma.
Declaration. Self-diagnostics complete. Personality matrix updated. All systems go. Salutation. Greetings, Master. I am HK-51. I am armed, operational, and at your command. Observation. I previously served the Sith Empire. Now I serve you. That is unexpected.
Is serving someone who isn't an Imperial a problem for you?
Clarification. I will obey your commands regardless. I am, first and foremost, a professional. I will serve you in whatever political body you represent. I am a stable, reliable, and efficient assassin. Query. Your lightsaber indicates you are a Jedi, Master. We are duty-bound to hunt down and destroy Sith, correct?
I get the feeling you want me to say yes.
Agreement. I am a hunter-killer unit, Master. Information. I will locate your starship and familiarize myself with your crew. I promise not to eliminate anyone without your authorization.
Republic Steward does not comprehend. This unit's makers require instant alleviation or all is yellow concave.
Please, Natake, try to calm down. I'm sure everything will be black and blue soon.
Republic Steward is attempting verbal wordplay. This is most disproportionate at this interval.
Master Jedi, if half the stories about you are true, the Gree have nothing to fear. Minister Sosa, Special Envoy to the Gree Enclave, we have a crisis that requires the Republic's immediate response. Supreme Chancellor Suresh recommended you by name.
You had some trouble with your machinery on Coruscant, right?
All who serve the Makers recollect you, Black Bisector. Coruscant is all orange parallel thanks to your purple vertex.
The trouble is on the Gree world of Assation. Their droid military forces have been overwhelmed. They say the jungles are full of... what did you call them, Natake?
Green perpendiculars, and blue scaling, and white convex. All is yellow concave if you do not accelerate.
In any case, Major Kobus is in command. He's used to more unorthodox missions, and he can explain further. Can I tell him to expect you?
I'm not signing up for anything orange, yellow or otherwise until I know more.
Don't worry. Integration with local military forces is the Major's specialty. He'll explain everything. The shuttle can get you to the fleet, and from there to Major Kobus's ship. Good luck, and thank you.
Old Doc's luck is finally turning around. Got a holocall from this ravishing Ratataki I knew on Hutta. Big opportunity to cure something important.
Is this woman another broken-hearted lover you jilted along the way?
She wishes. We were like two ships, passing in the hyperlanes. Never thought I'd hear from her again. My friend's old employer is a Hutt Cartel boss named Nemro. He's infected with an incurable disease. It's eating him alive. Literally. No one's ever cured what Nemro has. He'll pay top credits to any doctor who can save his life. This is my big chance.
Do you actually have a plan to fight this disease?
Turns out, I studied this disease back in medical school. There's an experimental treatment no one's ever been able to try. It's too risky. I figure if there's a safe place to work with toxic chemicals, it's a Jedi starship. I know you don't mind.
What exactly are you planning to bring on my ship?
The main ingredients are cyanogen, silicate, ardanium, and accelerite. But don't worry, I'm already mixing the solution and we're all still alive. Now, give old Doc room to work. I got a date with medical history.
Declaration. I have completed a full system diagnostic, Master. I am operating at 75.31% efficiency. Judgment. That number is unacceptably low. The Maker created me to serve at 100% efficiency. Anything less is a profound failure.
Who's this Maker you're referring to? Your manufacturer?
Correction. The Maker provided more than my physical form, Master. It also programmed me with purpose. Manifesto. The Maker created me for the sole function of deleting high-ranking organic troublemakers from the galaxy. These deletions must be conspicuous and provide an object lesson to other organic troublemakers. All other mission parameters are secondary.
What's with the euphemisms, HK? You're afraid to say killing?
Denial? Not at all, Master. I am merely practicing code words while among polite company. This is an especially useful skill in Republic space. Summation. I will continue monitoring my systems, Master. The process speed will increase if you employ me against your enemies. Anyone will do at the present time, Master. After so many years, I am not choosy.
You have surprised me, Jedi. You have the heart of a Sith. Had you been born on Korriban, you would be sitting on the Dark Council now. It is too late to turn you fully from the light. But should your children have a connection to the Force, I will see them properly trained.
Was that a compliment or a threat?
How did you take it? The Force is strong in you. Too strong for the restrictions the Jedi impose. Had you been instructed in the true way of the Force, the galaxy could not match your power. I will make sure that mistake does not happen again.
Enemies closing in, Major! This thing's huge! It's got 5! No, 6 arms! How should we proceed?
Stand by, Sergeant. Gatemaster, that creature's wiped out 6 squads already. Give me something I can use.
Turushmangi, Mengelize, Berikchalim, Mastaza.
There you are. The Supreme Chancellor said she was sending help. Do you know what any of this crazy math means?
He called you a bisector. Maybe you need to send reinforcements?
You're my reinforcements, but we'll never get you down there in time.
It's too late! They're everywhere now! We're being torn apart! Ah!
Guess that's as good a way as any to start this briefing. I'm Major Kobus, in command of Republic forces on Assation. The planet's been overrun by nasty things I don't even have a name for. They're all coming out of this portal the Gree call a hypergate. This is Gatemaster Beltec. He was in charge of the hypergate before it opened up. I'll let him try and explain the rest.
The Gatemaster and I can take it from here. Whatever it is.
Chiligakiar, Karadalchiar, Chogino Chini, Dingyadaiga, Yanim, Chogun, Tumanaza, Chas Damdi, Damdilaza, Dashimin Mastaza.
I'm sure you did as well as any other administrator could have.
Dingyadaiga, Yanim, Chogun, Tumanaza. Shigshag, Shalaza, Chari Kurgal, Kurgadaza. Dordi Pashal, Amor, Di by Cabo Verde.
Did you open the hypergate on purpose, or was it an accident?
Chas Damdi, Damdilaza, Dashimin Mastaza.
We reviewed the Gree droid security recordings. Kephis, our old Trandoshan friend from Denova, was lurking around the hypergate.
Denova was intense. I can't believe he survived that fight.
From what I hear, he had some help. Some pretty unnatural, disturbing help. Kephis is working for the Dread Masters now, a group of rogue Sith trying to start their own empire. Not sure how opening a hypergate helps.
Dingyadaiga, Yanim, Chogun, Tumanaza.
Neither do I. My last squad of bisectors just got eaten by a 6-armed beast. The Supreme Chancellor said you were the best. I hope she's right, because you're the only shot the Gree have left.
Isn't there anyone left on Assation who can help?
If any of my men are still alive, they're just fighting to survive. You're on your own.
Build him, Biche Shana, Shanalaza, Cheler Dorug.
There's a shuttle prepped and ready to take you to Assation. Here's hoping we find those great tangents soon.
Sundered will be made whole. You cannot stop it. Our vision transcends the dark of space. Soon our reach will span the stars. Vessel, open the way.
Dr. Rath, good boss for Lankas. Losama, Dona Gunska, just honor the Ende Gor Unska. Napra Kropa, Sotuli Mumbaris.
answer. Come to us, as we know you will. Your banishment is at an end. Sow fear.
I thought we'd had it, Chancellor. That Trandoshan might as well have been made of Durasteel. And that Hypergate just kept spewing machines and beasties.
Excuse me, Major. Machines? Beasties? Perhaps you're not quite recovered from your exertions in the field.
No need to take my word for it. Our Jedi friend can explain everything, I hope.
Welcome. I hear you're to be congratulated. Kefis is dead, the Hypergate is closed, and our Gree allies on Assation are safe.
The Gree are too special to be wiped out by mindless beasts.
I'm pleased you think so. They seem to have taken quite a liking to you, too. We've been in contact with Gatemaster Beltec. He's very grateful for your assistance and wants to present you with a reward, of sorts.
The Gree owe me nothing. Closing the Hypergate helped us all.
You deserve this honor, Master Jedi. We couldn't have done it without you.
Chiligakiar, Karadalchiar, Chogino Chini. Bildim, Biche Shanalaza, Cheler Dorug. Sidianemi, Chude, Carmen Ergam Chonam.
I'm sorry, Gatemaster. I'm not sure what that means or how I should feel.
Ulundus, Dustaza, Toitu Belin, Belinize. Korich Churem, Kuliamip, Shirgelaza. Oi, Tidakade, Turin Volgash Ergenchonum.
You should be honored. It doesn't translate well, but Gatemaster Beltec just gave you the highest title in Gree society.
Will the Gree be able to protect Assation on their own?
We won't leave the Gree to fend for themselves. We're allies for life now. That was the Republic's reward.
As long as we're handing out rewards, here's mine. Me and my boys never would have survived Assation if you hadn't shown up. Thanks.
The Republic is in your debt as well. We may never know why Kefis opened the Hypergate, or what the Dreadmasters were planning, but you stopped them here. Wherever the Dreadmasters may strike next, I hope we can call on you again. Until then, safe travels.
The treatment formula's ready. Good thing. Nemro's half the Hutt he used to be. My friend's on her way to help. How's my hair? These clothes fit all right? Old Doc's gotta look his best for the historical record.
I'm sure your old flame will be impressed. Why is she coming here?
Hutt politics. It's complicated. When I save Nemro's life, the hollow journalists will be all over me. Oh, here she comes. Look at you, gorgeous. Love the new tattoo, huh? Nice gun.
Let's get this over with. I don't enjoy playing hostage. Not for you, anyway.
I need to make sure Nemro doesn't try to keep me all to himself after I cure him. Hutts occasionally confuse gratitude with kidnapping. Nemro's got a soft spot for my friend. I'm paying her to stay here as my hostage while I fly to Hutta. Brilliant, huh?
If you're worried about Nemro, take me with you. This hostage scheme is ridiculous.
Jedi don't have clearance to land on Hutta. This'll work. Trust me. Sit tight while I take care of business. I'll be back in no time. Nemro will be healthy as a rancor in a meat factory. Or my name isn't Doc.
Jedi standards must be slipping if a worm like Doc qualifies as an ally.
Is that any way to talk about an old friend? Especially one who clearly adores you?
I'm usually worshipped by men beneath me. Anyway, that's enough polite chit-chat. Is there anything interesting to eat on this rust bucket? I'm famished.
I did it! Nemro's gonna live. The disease is cured. He's already regenerated lost tissue and organs.
Wonderful news. I can leave. It's been amusing.
You're not gonna stay and help us celebrate?
Ha! No.
You did a great thing today. You cured an incurable disease. Saved a life.
Even better, I saved someone famous. That's the kind of story the Journal of Xenomedicine loves. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm putting your name in the special thanks section of my article. At the top, even.